welcome to the Field of Streams, where I, your host, Janine McRae, bring you the tiny thoughts that stream from my brain and present them to you as though they're small discs you can throw into the corner of a room to create a loud "a hot dog is a sandwich" argument to distract people while you duck out of a party without saying goodbye. Nitrates. Now, I can't promise you much with these stupid arguments, but I can promise you this. I won't keep you long. A promise like that deserves a follow, don't you think? Tap that follow button. It's good for your health. Today, woof, you're in for it. Listeners, when I first started the stream, which is the newsletter these missives come from, I said that it would be like sort of, stream of consciousness writing on a range of topics. Would you call that creative essay writing? I don't know. Hybrid weirdness that would appeal, probably, to a very thin sliver of people in the populace, the creative populace. I think my friend John described it best when he said, it's like sketching with words. And today, woof, that sketch, you are in for it. Because today takes something that I have had in my brain for almost 20 years and turns it into something, well, something. It's a phrase I overheard in a Starbucks once in New York City, probably back in, 2005 maybe. Picture this, Janine sitting there, squirreling away in a notebook, and then hearing a gentleman in line say, quote, "cat food and cold cuts," end quote. The gentleman in question was on a cell phone, obviously getting a shopping list from whomever was on the other end of the line, of things to pick up on the way home. Cat food and cold cuts. I wrote that down, which is, a good first step to remember something. But then I was so inspired by it, I immediately bought the URL, Cat Food and Cold Cuts, which I owned up until maybe, 5 years ago, when I finally admitted that I was never going to do anything with that URL and let it go. Remember when you just used to buy URLs? I just love the randomness of those two items together, the alliteration. I always wanted to do something with it, but I never did. Well, you're in luck. Today's the day. I'm not exactly sure that what I've done here honours its almost 20 years in my brain, pinballing about in there, but it pinged off something that spurred it to action the other day, and I just started writing in true stream of consciousness scribble. And you are the beneficiary. Lucky. Cat food and cold cuts. What could they represent in the self-help realm? Well, cats generally don't give a fuck what you think, and that is admirable. And cold cuts, well, they can save any situation. Unless you're a vegan, I guess, but they do have the fake meats now, so you do your best to comply. Also, just as a side note, a tangent if you like, I think everyone should keep an emergency can of cat food in their pantry in case there is a kitten distribution system emergency and you find one on a morning walk or something, meowing in the bushes. But that's neither here nor there. A little off topic, really. The title of this episode contains the word song. I called it a song because when I was writing the first draft, I thought I should actually write a song called Cat Food and Cold Cuts as a sort of like bonus piece of content, a little Easter egg that really, really puts my willingness to share awful work with the world on the line, because I would have to play the guitar and sing. I didn't do it, so you don't have to suffer through that. I started that song, and maybe one day that very silly thing will come to life. I doubt it. But not today. So let's just get on with this incredible stream of consciousness shopping list that stretches the realm of understanding by implying cat food and cold cuts will make you a better human. I bet you can't wait to see how I do this. It's a stretch, I know. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Here, without any further wandering down the aisles of my brain's supermarket of ideas, is a piece of my writing called A Song for Cleanup on Aisle 5. Cat food and cold cuts. Add to the list. Don't ask why. Only these 2. Additional. Must you add. 2 and 2. Extra items. Write them down. Consciousness margin scribble. Psychic paper scraps. Smudged palm reader inks. Mental post-its. Do not forget. Light up that neon sign in the Times Square of your brain. Cat food and cold cuts. Cat food and cold cuts. Blink, blink. Your song. Sing it. Your life melody, opus, arrangement, score. Needs more ingredients. Cat food and cold cuts. More movements, more notes, essential lines, critical verses, a middle 8, a chorus. Cat food and cold cuts. For you, for your day, for your life, for your survival. Pierce the can, unwrap the tissue, absorb the essence of your supermarket haul. But do not eat imaginary totems, invisible talismans, spirit pantry metaphors. Cat food and cold cuts. Your survival depends. Stock up! Critical ingredients. To you, to your soul, to your song. Remember! Times 3. Cat food for sass, cold cuts for salt. Sass and salt, sass and salt, sass and salt! This life list means business. No questions. Close eyes. Picture cat food, now ham. Visualize prosciutto, or bacon, or bologna. Listen to the melody. Cat food and cold cuts. The supermarket sings its confidence chorus. Time? Energy? Patience? No questions. Cats know no time. Moggy and Tom and Pico and Sal, Nero and Magpie and Cookie and Jack. Cats live in the now, the meow of the meow. Release the cat within you. Leg rub, tail swish, food demands at the foot of patience. Every verse in the cat song has purpose, is complex, goes deep, spins words as meaning like toilet paper off the roll. Cat talk. Here is mouse on your mat. Here is disdain at your neediness. Here is love. Here is gone. And there. Now lap. Now keyboard. Now neck. Cat philosophy. Only here. Only now. Meow of meow. That is all. Cat is cat. Be like cat. Cat food and cold cuts. Take a number. What's your number? Do you like your number? Is there a better number? Did someone cut in? Do you have their number? Do you have your slices? Stand up. Defend. Glass case. Throw shapes. False colours. Harsh light. Nitrates. Truth and fable. A little this, a lot of that. Salt. Times 3. Too much? No questions. Cold cuts save days. No questions. Cold cuts stretch dollars. No questions. Cold cuts bring flavour. No questions. Exact weight. Careful carving. Underserved and hungry. Exact, exact, exact. Times 3. Keep fresh. Stay tasty. Get in that sandwich. Add zest. State your weight. Proud is as. Take a number. Wait your turn. Check the list. A half pound of pure. Be a quick solve. A good in a pinch. A saviour of the lunchbox. Of life. Serve hot. Serve cold. Don't sit out in summer. Don't stay too long at the party. Do promote taste. Come on strong, but also subtle. Be flavourful and good. Work well with others. Be firm, not too rich. Be salty, don't cause heart failure. Refine your taste. Slice with care and precision. Mind your fingers. Be delicate or substantial. Or both. Always be worth it. Of value. Essential. Cat food and cold cuts. Cat food and cold cuts. Add one to the list. Now the other. Both. Don't forget. Put in your basket. Get in line. 10 items or less. Go home. Home? Tap spoon to lid. Kick bowl against baseboard. Kitty kitty out the door. Call your life to you. Leap off the banister, the shelf, the antique sideboard. Straight into the confidence abyss with your cat body twist and your 9 lives and your 4 furry feet and your 1 body. Play times 3, times 5, times 10. Now sleep. Lick the salt. Make the sandwich. Add the sauce. Flip the saucer. Chase the tail. Add more protein. Don't be stingy. Zoom at midnight. Claim the sofa. Make the biscuits. Bring your lover a rat, or a lizard, or the foot of a rabbit. Check use-by dates. Knock no to the floor with a lazy paw. Be in or out, or be in and out and ask to come in again. Cough up a fur ball of fury. Rage at the day. Play the game. Buy now. On sale. 2 for 1. Going fast. Kitty want a cold cut? Add to the list. And there you have it. Today's episode. Wild. If you enjoyed this little meander through my brain, first of all, I apologise, but feel free to share it with a friend and be sure to follow the podcast so that you never miss another episode. You can also follow the stream, which is the newsletter where these episodes are pulled from, at janinemccrae.substack.com. I share these missives as a way of perhaps inspiring creative folks to get out there and make something of their own. Since it's obvious I will share anything, what are you working on right now? How's it going? Let me leave you to it. Thanks for joining me, and until next we meet, I'll leave you with this. Love what you love, and I'll see you out there making stuff.